Welcome, everyone. You're tuning into Engaging Walk. My name is Drake.
And my name is Rubie.
We believe in the power of walking together and talking together.
It's a simple act to stay connected, and movement is key.
Okay, so this week we took our engaging walk in El Cajon, California.
Yes.
It's east of San Diego. We went to a dog park over here with Boba. We checked out a park. I think it was called Wells Park. It's really nice. And checked out the sunset. And there was a lot of people there hanging out.
Yeah. And this is, I think, the first park that have 3 sections. And usually they will have small dog and big dog. But this one have agility.
Yeah, agility course. That's right. Yeah, so we took Boba to the agility course because she's our agile little girl. So the last episode that we did was Boba the Corgi, which was 2 weeks ago. So we did miss a week because of this move that we made. So we got a new apartment and we moved, and it was a lot of work.
Yeah, for 2 people.
For 2 people, we had a lot of stuff.
Well, basically, we do have, family members and friends came over, but it's later on where, but the majority work is just down to 2 of us.
Yeah, little side note, that whole thing about going to Home Depot to pick up people to help you move or to help you with like yard work or stuff, I thought that was like a myth. That's not a myth. I went to Home Depot with the U-Haul, and we live pretty close to the border. We're in San Diego, and man, there was like an army of guys out there that were like, "Hey, come grab me!" And I was like, "Wow, I thought this was a myth. I had no idea."
Yeah, and I was driving the car in front of him, so I thought, like, was there a fight or why people was running toward us? Yeah. And I didn't know that they were chasing after Drake.
Yeah, it's a real thing. So I was like, hey, I don't need any help. Like, everything's already done. I'm just here to pick up like a caulking gun. But anyways.
The reason that we are doing the engaging walk, especially like on this episode, because we think this is going to be like our milestones in our marriage.
Yeah. So we previously did milestones. We covered milestones previously. It's one of the earliest episodes that we did on...
Love Maps.
On Love Maps, exactly. And this is another major milestone for us. And because, Rubie got emotional when we were leaving our old apartment. And it kind of struck me at that point as to why she felt emotional. And because that was a home that we built together. It was the first home that we built together. And building a home, I think, is something that I've been thinking a lot about is a process, because men and women do it differently. And I've seen like memes of like men, and I can attest to this as bachelors. Our house is or our apartment is very minimal. Like we just have like a desk, a bed, a dresser, maybe, and then like clothes, But once a woman enters our life, the woman takes the place where we live and turns it into a home. And so do you want to share a little bit about like why you felt emotional and like how you were feeling when we were leaving?
Well, it caught me by surprise because, for me, I never like get attached to things. But then somehow from the progress of, packing things and moving out, I just felt like it just remind me, the months and days that we spent together here. They're not here anymore. There and like it just different corner of the room remind me of things that we shared together, and so much of, even though we just stayed there for a little bit over a year, but we have so much of good memories, and then also all ups and downs, and it's just so rich. And it hit me like, oh, I'm not gonna able to share that, or I will miss this environment, being with you, and with our dog Boba, that is her first home. So
ever.
That is her definitions of home. So when we moved over here, that's one of my concerns, and I pray so hard that let her settle down, and she loved the new home. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Yeah, she loves it here.
Yeah, and that's such a relief. But anyway, back to your question. It just something that it means so meaningful to you, and it just brings up so much memory. I think that will hit me. And just like you said, it's not an apartment. This is our home, and it comes with memories.
Yeah, I remember there was earlier this year, 2023, we were, going out for little underways on my ship, like a week and a half, something like that. And then I'd come home and the place would look totally different because Rubie was working on, putting up pictures, putting up decorations, and turning this little tiny, well, I wouldn't say it's tiny, but it's a small 1-bedroom apartment into a home. Mm-hmm. And, we went through a period where we rearranged everything. Like our couch was at one point like, the TV was like the focus.
Yeah.
And then that changed, and then we stopped really watching TV. Mm-hmm. We didn't really watch TV for a long time until we got into kitchen nightmares.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's such a wonderful process. And I know that like once we moved in here, this is a much bigger place. It's almost like 3-4 times the size.
I would say it's double the size.
Yeah, it's like probably 2.5, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5, almost 3 times the size, somewhere around. It's much, much bigger. And when we got here, Boba was running around. She was just nonstop running up and down the stairs.
Yeah, she have her own, personal dog parks inside the house.
Yeah, she loves it here. And right away I knew like this is a good choice for us. It's a good fit for us. It's there's little things that we don't like, of course, but overall
we make it happen for us,
It's a much better fit for us and the new things that we have going on in our relationship. So I think that is a new and a very important mark that we have on our love map. If we were to do another one, is this idea of this new milestone of creating a new home together and moving our home.
And having said that, like I'm sure that, when you put something in, your effort in, your energy and your thoughts in, it's become so dear to your heart, and especially you do with your partners, and you do it with your loved ones, and it matter much. It's have a deeper grip into your heart, and we won't understand how much it means to us until we move on to the next step. And so it just you like I said, it caught me by surprise. Like I didn't know how much it means to us until we moved. You will hear the background noise. That's Boba.
That's Boba. She's like, "Hey, let me in." Another really great thing about this new place that we have is the backyard, and she can just kind of spend some time outside. She's like, "Hey, let me in, please.
So
I've been out here long enough.
I did my business. Come on, let me in." Anyways, since we moved to, sorry, just a sidetrack. Since we moved here, she just express herself in a different way, which is very interesting.
Yeah, she's told her behavior has changed in a very good way, a very positive way. That I think she realizes, more, like just how close of a family we are. And like, and having all this much space, like, she just tends to stay with us still.
Mm-hmm. She will. So if another sidetrack, if I downstairs and then Drake is upstairs, she will constantly go ups and down and just check on us. She just sneak in and say, "Are you okay? Are you good? Okay." And I'm going to check the other person. And then until she's tired, and she will do something else. But then once in a while, she will check in with us. Are you still alive? Are you still good? So it's very cute.
Yeah. And I think going back to this idea of milestones, there's a lot more milestones that are coming up in our relationship that we're excited to share with you guys in the future. Right now is not the best time to share, but we are very excited to share these new events that are happening in our life. And hopefully that's something that you out there can relate to in terms of like being young couples, young married couples, single people.
Or even like, couple with years, mature years,
we have some really exciting things that are happening in our life, and we can't, we're really looking forward to sharing with you. But right now, the main thing that we wanted to share and is regarding this move that we made, and we apologize to anybody that was looking forward to an episode on Monday, this last Monday, and didn't have one. We're sorry.
We're still recovering from that move.
I know today I took a nap like 3 days in a row, which is like unusual for me because my body was just so tired from moving, and yeah, I think one of the other things that surprised me about this move is the people that support you in new developments in your life, especially for us because I'm military and like my family is not here. And Rubie doesn't have a lot of family here, but she has some. Mm-hmm. And the people that came out to help us were family, members from church, mm-hmm. and a coworker. Although he came very late, and he helped, but he wasn't as much help as I needed that day because it was a big struggle doing a lot of those things. But you come to learn and then other people chime in afterwards are like, hey, please let us know when you have things like that going on because we'd love to help you. We'd love to help you get settled. And maybe, what do you think? Do you think we're too independent minded because we're both firstborn? That we're just like, hey, or do you think that
you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
So because I know what I can do with my health condition, and by the way, I'm healthy, but just certain things that I cannot do as I wanted. But they're like heavy stuff. I thought I can depend on your decisions with your friend, so that's why I didn't step in. Mm-hmm. But until like the very last moment, so his friend's supposed to be with us in the morning, but he didn't get to show up until like evening.
Yeah.
And the big move we already have the U-Haul ready. Everything's ready, but we don't have the person. We don't have the labor. And we're freaking out. And I saw Drake start moving furniture like it's demand for 2 people, but he did it by himself. I was praying because, anything can happen. And he refused for me to help. So it's and then until like I realized, okay, I need to ask, and God just remind me that friends, and I reach out to them, and praise the Lord, everything worked out, and it's just happened that person were doing things at that locations that where we at, just 3 minutes away, and he said, yeah, I will be there helping you. Boom, he's there. And so I think by doing these things, you will see who is really like there for you and support. To be honest, people have schedule, people have things to do in their life. I don't hold on to that. I can, if they say no, sure, I can handle that. I think that's first judge syndrome. We tend to carry things on our shoulder and say, I can handle the world. No, no, you can't. You need people and help. And I think that's the past, pastor reached out to me and said like, Rubie, ask help. And that's my weakness. We need to ask help. Yeah. And
that was another thing that I thought of.
And I think, even like we can do it. It's also good opportunity for us to bond with people by moving together. You know? So I think that's something that I learned from this move, that allow people to do things with you. Just allow doing things in life with each other to bond. That's what I thought.
Think that's a really important idea. Is especially as you grow in life, it's not like you're just moving a couple of things. And it's not just moving; it's all these other milestones that we've had in our year together is other people have been a part of that, and other people have been essential to that. Everything from the marriage, the wedding, to moving, Bible studies that we've had,
Yeah.
and all these other important events that are coming up in the future. People are invested in us, and like that's I think the best thing about becoming a family unit together. Once you have a family, is the all the other people that come with that to celebrate your life together and you with them.
Yeah.
And that's like, I think like the best part about having a community is just all of that shared love amongst people to be there for each other and, doing life together as a community.
Yeah. Yeah. The more you say about it, the more I think like, yeah, I'm number one, I'm introvert. Number two, I'm very independent. And the third is I'm a first child. So all three combination. But I think you're right. Like, if imagine that we have 10 people just show up, just show up and just help. And this is going to be, faster and maybe more even fun.
Yeah.
To hang out and talk and catch up and yeah.
Next time.
Next
we do
time.
have another move coming up.
We will shout out to you guys, and if you guys are in our neighborhood, we will say yes to you.
Okay, so this was a major milestone for us. And so another thing that we wanted to talk about is this this trip that we have, or this trip that we completed. It was, I know we've been talking about it for a while, and just bear with me. I'm almost done with the video editing and making sure that everything's good to go. And we're really excited to show you guys our California road trip, which included Yosemite National Park, Sequoia, and then a few other cities that we were able to
Canyons
visit.
too? Did we stop by King Canyon?
We did stop by King Canyon. So it's 3 national parks. Kings Canyon has General Grant.
Oh yes.
And then
we were
Sequoia has General Sherman. Mm-hmm. And then we also obviously went to Yosemite. So there's a lot of footage that I've been going through, and we're really excited to show it to you guys. I know like we've made some shorts on our YouTube channel, and we're really looking forward to showing this to you guys and showing just like how beautiful and amazing America is, and especially California, which is our home state, and just the amazing scenery that you can see. And you can just like, I think when I go on trips like that, this will be the next episode. We're going to elaborate on this more, but I just like stand in awe of like what God has created for us to enjoy and
to take care
of, and so we're a little bit more on that in the next week's episode. And then somewhere during that time, we will make sure to have that video released to you guys. And thank you guys for everybody that liked, viewed all of our videos lately on YouTube and on Facebook. We really appreciate the feedback. Some people have left some really great feedback about our storytelling. And quick shout out to all of the people that are listening continuously.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we definitely want to give a major shout out to our fans in California. There's fans popping up all over San Diego area, Los Angeles,
San Jose,
Oakland, Bakersfield, and so
and then the East Coast too.
Yeah, the East Coast,
and then the
Florida,
Midwest,
Virginia, and we have some fans out in Milwaukee, and
so I couldn't remember. I said like Waikiki. No, that's not. That is not
Hawaii.
I know.
Hopefully we have some fans coming up in Hawaii, but we have some fans up in the Midwest. I think it was like right outside of like Omaha.
Do we have Texas?
No, there was Tucson.
Oh, Tucson. That's right.
Yeah, Tucson and No one from Texas yet that I've seen. And then also London, Belgium, and
Yeah.
Nigeria. So yeah, well, big shout out to all of you guys. Those are the only ones that we can see from people that have downloaded the podcast, probably from like Spotify or like Google Podcasts. So thank you guys so much for all the love and following us, and spread the word. If you guys like what we're doing, if you had suggestions, episodes that you'd like to see, we'd love to hear from you. And then also special thanks to everybody that's listened and watched on YouTube. Yeah, couldn't be more happy with like what's been going on, and then we hope to grow the podcast with new and more episodes coming up in the future.
And share series that we have walked through, also learn from others.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. It's it's one of the beautiful things about getting married and having spending doing life together is just how much you learn. You're just constantly learning.
It's learn about yourself, learn about each other, and then how to navigate as a team. And we will share more with the series about cultivate the family culture.
Yep.
Because the milestone is just a part of it, but like why is the milestone, the meaning of the milestone and why is it so important? We will share more in depth about family culture series.
Yeah, that's going to be a very heavy series, just like the intimacy series. I think family culture is even more heavy than intimacy, because culture is like the everyday thing of what we do.
And then I think it's very important too, cause since right now we just so many things happening with the family unit, and for us we're passionate about have a healthy family, raising up healthy family, and the family start with the parent. Yep. Does not start with kids, and
the parents start with individuals.
Yeah, and it's just I'm excited. I'm excited to like go deeper and dive deeper and see what we can share with you guys. Mm-hmm. And of course, if you have any ideas and thoughts and reflections on that, we would love to hear it too, because we learn from each other.
Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap up today's episode. We thank you guys so much. Feel free to follow us on Spotify, Pandora, and there's YouTube. There's so many different avenues, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Facebook, Instagram. We're on those social media platforms, and we love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. There's also Apple Podcasts. So wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listening, thank you. Please make sure to follow, like, subscribe, and rate us.
And give us a rating, give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Again, thank you to all of our fans. We really appreciate you guys, and see you next week.
Thank you, and have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.